What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, April 4th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Jared Leto will bring a new exciting take on the Joker in Suicide Squad. The 44-year-old actor discussed the challenge of reinventing the DC Comics character in an interview with Entertainment Weekly. Jack Nicholson and the late actor Heath Ledger previously portrayed the Joker on film. Leto said, "The work that has been done on this character by so many people before me has been so impactful, so incredible, so much fun, so profound, so risky that it's a very special thing to be asked to take on that responsibility." He explained, "You just knew you had to do something different, you had to make it your own. That happens all the time. Directors take on great works of cinema, actors reinterpret roles. That's been going on for a great deal of time, from Scarface to Hamlet." Nicholson stole the show as the Joker in Batman in 1989, while Ledger received a posthumous Academy Award for the role in The Dark Knight in 2008. Leto will follow the two iconic performances, but said he welcomed the challenge. He said it's a weighty thing to do, but it's exciting. The Joker is one of those roles. He was written brilliantly when he was first shared with the world 75 years ago, or something crazy like that, and I think I'm just really grateful I had the opportunity. Leto stayed in character for the entirety of the filming, even sending co-star Margot Robbie a love letter with a live rat. Director David Ayer recently said the actor's performance was so incredible, the world would stop every time he stepped on stage. Ayer shared, "What he's done is so powerful, so menacing, and so palpable you can feel him. The crew stops working and just watches him. I have to get everybody going again because he's so fascinating." Suicide Squad opens in theaters August 5th. Robbie co-stars as Harley Quinn, with Will Smith as Deadshot, Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, and Cara Delevingne as Enchantress. Jennifer Lawrence may appear in more X-Men films after all. The 25-year-old actress expressed renewed interest in the franchise in an interview with Empire after declaring X-Men Apocalypse will be her final movie as Mystique last year. The star said, "I'm dying to come back. I love these movies. I love being in them. I love ensemble movies because it's not on anyone's shoulders." Lawrence first portrayed Mystique in X-Men's First Class in 2011 and reprised the role in X-Men's Days of Future Past in 2014. She will return in X-Men Apocalypse, which opens in theaters May 27th. She said of the sequel in 2015, without further elaboration, "It is my last one, actually." X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past earned a combined $1.1 billion at the box office. X-Men Apocalypse will see Mystique take on, and the Team of Mutants take on the ancient villain Apocalypse, played by Oscar Isaac. Director Bryan Singer told reporters in 2015, "Apocalypse has two aspects that makes him such a different character. One is that he makes no distinctions between humans and mutants. He's interested in the earth as a whole and purity of civilization and the strongest beings." He also added, secondly, the movie deals with ancient mutantism, or the origins of the mutant state, or the origins of gods and religion. The X-Men universe has never touched upon any of those things. Lawrence is known for the Hunger Games film series, which concluded with Mockingjay Part 2 in November. She will star in Passengers with Chris Pratt and a new Darren Aronofsky movie with Harry Bardem. House of Cards actress Robin Wright is in final negotiations to join Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford in the sequel to Ridley Scott's 1982 science fiction classic Blade Runner. The announcement was made Friday by Alcon Entertainment co-founders and co-chief executive officers Broderick Johnson and Andrew Kosseff. Penned by Hampton Fancher and Michael Green and to be directed by Denis Villeneuve, the follow-up is scheduled to begin principal photography in July. The film is to be released by Warner Brothers in North America, while Sony Pictures Release International will distribute in all overseas territories in all media. Set several decades after the original, the picture will feature Ford reprising his iconic role as Rick Deckard. Alcon said in a press release, story details as well as Wright's characters are not being revealed. Kevin Bacon has signed up for a role in Patriots Day, director Peter Berg's upcoming film about the terrorist attack at the 2013 Boston Marathon, CBS Films and Lionsgate announced. Also known for his work in Mystic River and Black Mass, Bacon will play FBI special agents in charge Richard de Lares in Patriots Day. Berg said in a statement Thursday, Richard de Lares worked tirelessly as one of the key figures in an impossibly sophisticated investigation, and Kevin Bacon possessed the intelligence and empathy to portray him. And Saba also includes Mark Wahlberg, John Goodman, J.K. Simmons, and Michelle Monaghan. The film is currently in production in Boston and will open in Boston, New York, and Los Angeles on December 21st. 3 people were killed and more than 250 injured in the bombing perpetrated by Islamic extremists. Syfy and the Asylum on Friday revealed the official title and premiere date for the next installment in their Sharknado creature feature franchise. Sharknado, The Fourth Awakens, is to debut on the cable channel July 31st. A press release said the 4th installment of the Sharknado franchise will take place 5 years after the East Coast was ravaged in last summer's Sharknado's 3 Oh Hell No. The synopsis reads, Finn, played by Ian Ziering, his family in the cosmos has been blissfully Sharknado-free in the intervening years, but now sharks and NATOs are being whipped up in places and ways least expected. Tara Reid is also set to return as April Rexler to reveal the outcome of the fan-voted #AprilLives or #AprilDies social campaign. The cast will include David Hasselhoff, Ryan Newman, Gary Busey, Tommy Davidson, Imani Hakim, Cody Lindley, Masaya Lusha, and Cheryl Teagues. The latest promotional clip for the next season of Comedy Central's Inside Amy Schumer features familiar imagery from HBO's hit show Game of Thrones. The clip uploaded Thursday onto Facebook features comedian Schumer sitting atop a white horse while wearing the Game of Thrones inspired garb to announce the season premiere. Schumer says, and no spoilers, but Jon Snow is definitely alive because he said no to doing our show. After Schumer insisted the white steed was just the Uber that picked me up, the clip switched to a message announcing Swin Winter is coming. The variety show Inside Amy Schumer returns to Comedy Central April 21st. The BBC released a trailer for the revamped version of its car-themed British docuseries Top Gear. The message that accompanies Thursday's minute-long clip reads, Ladies and gentlemen, may we present to you the first teaser trailer for the new series of Top Gear. In it, you will find a roster of some of the world's finest driving machineries, from the McLaren 675 LT to the Ferrari's F12 TDF, right through the things like the Ariel Nomad. There's also a pair of Valiant three-wheelers driving from London to Blackpool, one of them under its own steam too, the Post adds. And it also concludes by saying, but there is also much drifting, lots of tire smoke, and Chris Evans having a little moment following a track session with Sabine Schmitz in California. All we can say is strawberries. We'll bring more before the new series kicks off in May, but for now, sit back, turn it up, and watch the new trailer. Note includes an A20 BHP Ashton Vulcan at Yas Marina at night doing donuts. Willie Robertson of the Duck Dynasty family will join Fox News as a contributor to the network announced. Robertson will begin work as a contributor to the network on Monday, hosting a weekly 45-minute podcast titled The Willie Robertson Podcast, in which he discusses views on politics, celebrities, faith, and family. Robertson will also appear on the Fox News channel, which he has done frequently as a guest in the past. The Willie Robertson Podcast will launch with 3 episodes, including an interview with Baltimore Ravens tight end and Under Our Skin author Benjamin Watson. Robertson is most known for his role on A&E's reality series Duck Dynasty, which he co-executive produces. He's also the CEO of the hunting merchandise company Duck Commander and author of the book The Duck Commander Family, How Faith, Family, and Ducks Built a Dynasty. In January, Robertson endorsed Republican candidate Donald Trump for president. Sarah Paulson's role in American Crime Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, and American Horror Story influenced the actress's smoking habits, she said during her appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. The 41-year-old actress who portrays lead prosecuting attorney Marsha Clark in Crime Story says her character's constant smoking on the show has led her to get used to the practice. She told Colbert, I don't smoke at all in life. When we first started, I was coughing a lot, and then eventually I started to was like ready for a smoke. Paulson joked, adding she also smoked in American Horror Story. It got me a little crazy for the Siggies, which was shooting at the same time. It was a real situation. The actress, who is currently dating television star Holland Taylor, also noted she is not watching The People vs. O.J. Simpson while the majority of the country does. She says, I'm selfish. I just kind of want to wait and watch myself. Bill Murray appeared candid and relaxed during the latest episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, where he recited one of his favorite poems and discussed where his pants came from. The 65-year-old actor discussed his feature on Oprah Winfrey's O magazine, where he noted his favorite poetry in honor of National Poetry Month. Host Kimmel successfully coaxed Murray into reciting one of his favorites, Lucille Clifton's What the Mirror Says. Murray read from the magazine, "Listen, you are a wonder, you a city of woman, you got a geography of your own. Listen, somebody needs a map to understand you, somebody needs directions to move around you. Listen, woman, you're not a no-place anonymous girl. Mister with his hands on you, he got his hands on some damn body." Murray has been a fan of Clifton, who died in 2010, Rolling Stones noted. Saturday Night Live cast member Leslie Jones and guest host Peter Dinklage starred in a parody of the reality competition series Naked and Afraid on this week's installment of the sketch comedy show. The 4-minute-long pre-recorded clip depicted Jones and Dinklage as contestants on Naked and Afraid Celebrity Edition. A fully clothed Dinklage said in an interview as the shows within the show began, "I think I agreed to do the show because I like to test my limits, challenge myself. I'm a little nervous. When are we supposed to get naked? Oh, there is a car. Must be my partner." The vehicle door opens and Jones pops out, already naked, and yells, "Woohoo, the cool breeze feels good on my ass, man. When my agent asked me if I wanted to appear on the show naked, I was like, yep. But then he was like, hey, the full name is Naked and Afraid. And I was like, what am I afraid of? I'm Leslie Jones." The pair are seen then without clothes and with blurry spots covering their genitalias as they attempted to survive 3 weeks in the wilderness with only Dinklage's fire-starting kit and Jones' bottle of hot sauce. And a related story, Russell Crowe and Julia Louis-Dreyfus are to guest host upcoming episodes of the sketch comedy series Saturday Night Live, NBC announced. The Nice Guys cast member Crowe will make his debut on the show April 9th with country artist Margot Price providing the musical entertainment. Former SNL player and current Veep star Louis-Dreyfus will head the show's April 16th installment. Nick Jonas will be that evening's musical guest. British actor Tom Hiddleston exercises charm and improvisation skills during a surprise weather report for a local Chicago news station. The Avengers and Thor Ragnarok actor who played villain Loki in the Marvel films explained turbulent weather Thursday for the Chicago 32 television station, blaming Thor's famous hammer for a storm. Hiddleston said, referencing Loki's brother Thor in the films, "My brother from another mother has been misbehaving. The God of Thunder has brought his skill set to bear on the local weather." He said, "There's a huge storm front coming in, and all that means is Chris Hemsworth has taken his hammer and smashed it on the surface of the sky, and it's going to rain a hell of a lot." Hiddleston was reportedly in Chicago to promote his latest project, the biopic I Saw the Light, about country singer Hank Williams. Actors Drew Barrymore and art consultant Will Kopelman have confirmed their split up after more than 3 years of marriage. The former couple have 2 children, Olive 3 and Frankie 1. Barrymore and Kopelman said in a joint statement to People magazine Saturday, "Sadly, our family is separating legally, although we do not feel this takes away from us being a family." It also read, "Divorce might make one feel like a failure, but eventually you start to find grace in the idea that life goes on. Our children are our universe, and we look forward to living the rest of our lives with them as the first priority." No specific reason was given for the parting. Erika Christensen and husband Cole Maness are expecting their first child. The 33-year-old actress announced the news on social media before debuting her baby bump at the Los Angeles premiere of her HBO movie Confirmation. The star captioned a photo with her puppy, "This boy is getting a little sister, a human sister. She'll make her first appearance tomorrow at #confirmation." She confirmed in a follow-up tweet Friday, "We're expecting, very excited that our baby girl will be coming soon." Christensen showed off her growing belly in a form-fitting sleeveless gown at the premiere. Sources told Us Weekly the actress joked about wearing the tightest dress she can, adding, "She and Maness were so excited on the red carpet." The former Parenthood star and Maness have been together since 2012 and married in September. Christensen largely keeps her private life out of the spotlight, but has previously made headlines for following Scientology. Recording artist and television personality Adam Levine shared an adorable photo of his supermodel wife Behati Prinsloo's barely there baby bump this weekend. Levine captioned Saturday's Instagram image of his spouse wearing a red 2-piece bathing suit and an LA Lakers cap, "My 2 favorite Laker fans." The post also included the baby's face, bottle, and basketball emojis. The couple have been married for nearly 2 years. This is their first child together. An intruder reportedly escaped Francis Bean Cobain's home within seconds after being found out by the celebrity. According to a report by TMZ, officials said that the daughter of Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain was alone in her Hollywood Hills home Wednesday evening when she found the intruder escaping through her front door. Nothing was reported stolen from her home, the outlet stated, and Cobain is said to not have recognized the criminal. The break-in comes just days after the 23-year-old filed for divorce from her husband Isaiah Silva after less than 2 years of marriage. The couple were together for 5 years. Taylor Swift has taken on the role of Apple Music's clumsy spokesperson in a new ad promoting its mobile features. In the clip, the Grammy-winning pop star prepares her running playlist before exercising on the treadmill. Everything seems to go smoothly until her passionate recital of Drake's lyrics to Jumpman cause her to face plant onto the moving piece of workout equipment. The ad cements Apple Music and Swift's truce after the star blasted the company on social media last year. In Tumblr posts, Swift brought to light Apple's practice of not paying artists and producers during consumers' initial free trial, calling it shocking and disappointing that a historically progressive and generous company would shortchange its artists. Almost immediately after the post, Apple Music announced it would pay artists during the trial period, and Swift released her record-breaking 1989. Now, having already been the face of CoverGirl, Diet Coke, and Band Hero, Swift has become Apple Music's latest spokesperson. The commercial made sure to highlight the brand's streamlined mobile features as well as pre-made playlists for all types of activities, including running, partying, and studying. Guns N' Roses has confirmed it will embark on a massive non-in-this-lifetime North American stadium tour this summer. Axl Rose and former members Slash and Duff McKagan will regroup for the eagerly awaited concerts. Produced and promoted exclusively by Live Nation, the shows will see the band headline stadium dates throughout the United States and Canada, starting in Detroit at Ford Field on June 23rd. Details about the tour follows the band's previous announcement that it would be performing at this year's Coachella Music and Art Festival in Indio, California. GNR teased the tour last week on social media without revealing many details, and Rose, Slash, and McKagan offered a preview of their reunion Friday night at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, where the band began its groundbreaking career 30 years ago. Slash and Axl confirmed last summer they were talking again after years of bad blood. Lead singer Slash left the iconic rock group in 1996. Frontman Rose has since continued to perform with other musicians under the GNR banner. However, the band has never been as popular as it was in the 80s and early 90s when both Slash and Rose shared the stage. Among the cities the musicians plan to visit this summer are Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Cincinnati, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Nashville, New Orleans, New York, Orlando, Philadelphia, Phoenix, Pittsburgh, San Diego, San Francisco, Seattle, St. Louis, Toronto, and Washington, D.C. The superhero ensemble picture Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice held the #1 spot at the North American box office for a second week, rent track announced Sunday. The Ben Affleck-Henry Cavill blockbuster earned an additional $52.4 million during its second week in release. Coming in #2 for a period of April 1st to the 3rd is Zootopia with $20 million, followed by My Big Fat Greek Wedding #2 with $11.1 million, God's Not Dead 2 at #4 with $8 million, and Miracles from Heaven at #5 with $7.6 million. Rounding out the top tier are the Divergent series Allegiant at #6 with $5.7 million, 10 Cloverfield Lane at #7 with $4.8 million, Meet the Blacks at #8 with $4.086 million, Eye in the Sky at #9 with $4.055 million, and Deadpool #10 with $3.5 million. Now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1960, Ben-Hur wins 11 Academy Awards. Clocking in at 3 hours and 32 minutes, William Wyler's Technicolor epic Ben-Hur is the behemoth entry at the 32nd Annual Academy Awards ceremony held on this date in 1960 at the RKO Pantages Theater in Hollywood. Setting an Oscar record, the film swept 11 of the 12 categories in which it was nominated, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Charlton Heston. Wyler's 1959 film was the latest dramatic adaptation of the mega best-selling novel Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ, published in 1880 by Lew Wallace. Wallace, a former general in the American Civil War, wrote most of his successful novel after experiencing a new awakening of his Christian faith. The book told the story of a young Jewish aristocrat, Judah Ben-Hur, who chafes against the repressive Roman rule in Judea, loses his fortune and his family, but eventually triumphs over obstacles, thanks particularly to the intervention of Jesus Christ. After Wallace's novel was adapted into a long-running stage play in 1899 and a short film in 1907, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer bought the film rights and produced a major motion picture version directed by Cecil B. DeMille in 1925. After DeMille scored a hit with the remake of his own 1923 biopic epic The Ten Commandments in 1956, MGM decided to revive Ben-Hur as well. Wyler had worked on the set of DeMille's 1925 version, and the square-jawed Heston played Moses in The Ten Commandments. Filmed on location in Italy on a budget of some $15 million, Ben-Hur was the most expensive movie ever made up to that point. The film's famous chariot race alone took 3 weeks to shoot and used some 15,000 extras. The set for the race was constructed on 18 acres of backlot space in Cinecittà Studios outside Rome. Aside from a few of the most daredevil stunts, Heston and Stephen Boyd, who played Messala, Judah Ben-Hur's boyfriend, friend turned bitter enemy, did most of their own chariot driving. The payoff was big. Writing in his review for the film for the New York Times, Bosley Crowther called the scene a stunning complex of mighty settings, thrilling actions by horses and men, panoramic observation, and overwhelming dramatic use of sound. At the 1960s Oscars, Ben-Hur swept 11 categories, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor for Hugh Griffin, who played an Arab sheik who befriends Ben-Hur, Best Color Cinematography, Best Color Art Direction, Set Direction, Best Sound, Best Score, Best Film Editing, Best Color Costume Design, and Best Special Effects. It was also nominated in the Best Adapted Screenplay category. Ben-Hur's record number of Oscars still stands, although two films, 1997's Titanic and 2003's Lord of the Rings, The Return of the Machine, have matched it. Also on this date in 2013, one of America's best-known and most influential movie critics, Roger Ebert, who reviewed movies for the Chicago Sun-Times for 46 years and on TV for 31 years, dies at the age of 70 after battling cancer. In 1975, Ebert starred co-hosting a movie review program on TV with fellow critic Gene Siskel that eventually turned them both into household names and made their thumbs-up, thumbs-down rating systems of American popular culture. Born on June 18, 1942 in Urbana, Illinois, Ebert was the only child of an electrician father and bookkeeper mother. At the age of 15, Ebert began writing about high school sports for his local newspaper. In 1964, he graduated from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, where he majored in journalism and served as editor for the school newspaper. 2 years later, he went on to work to the Chicago Sun-Times. When the paper's film critic retired in 1967, Ebert was named as her replacement. Ebert's column soon became a must-read for movie lovers, and in 1975, he became the first film critic to win a Pulitzer Prize. That same year, he and rival critic Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune were paired as co-hosts of a monthly movie review show, open soon at a theater near you, on Chicago's public broadcast station. In 1978, the show, renamed Sneak Previews, went into national syndication and later became the highest-rated half-hour series in the history of public television. In the early 1980s, the program was acquired by another broadcasting company and rechristened At the Movies. Its name was changed to Siskel and Ebert at the Movies in 1986. The same year, the two hosts, who became known for their sometimes contentious on-screen chemistry, debuted their thumbs-up, thumbs-down judgments. The program helped turn Siskel and Ebert into some of the planet's most powerful film critics, as well as celebrities in their own right. After Siskel died in 1999 at the age of 53 from a brain tumor, Ebert selected his Sun-Times colleague Richard Roeper as his new co-host, and the program was rechristened At the Movies with Ebert and Roeper. Ebert reportedly watched 500 movies a year and penned reviews of at least half that many on an annual basis. In 2012, when asked to name the 10 greatest films of all time, his list includes such titles as Apocalypse Now, Citizen Kane, Raging Bull, and Vertigo. His work was syndicated in hundreds of newspapers around the world, and he was the author of more than 15 books, including the acclaimed 2011 memoir Life Itself. Ebert had a brief foray into movie making when he wrote the script for 1970's Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Upon its release, the film was trashed by critics, including Siskel. Diagnosed with thyroid cancer in 2002 and salivary gland cancer the following year, Ebert lost the ability to speak, drink, and eat in 2006 following surgery for jaw cancer. However, he continued to work, writing for the Sun-Times, blogging for his own website, and developing a large following on Facebook and Twitter. On April 2, 2013, Ebert publicly announced he would be writing fewer reviews due to a recurrence of cancer. He died 2 years later. The Sun-Times published his final movie review on April 6 for To the Wonder. Ebert awarded 3.5 3.5 out of 4 stars. And as your entertainment report for Monday, April 4th, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.